I'm working on a 2008 GMC Canyon with an inline 3.7 liter engine and a 4L60E 4-speed automatic transmission. And getting these flex plate bolts out when you're working on taking the transmission out is a pain. And this is what I've found to work for me. Now, there are other YouTube videos out there about a couple of different options, like taking the starter out, which seems like a lot of extra work. I mean, that you can do that, but it's not my preference. If you want to do it that way, that's fine too, but you're still going to have a challenge getting the bolts out even through where the starter goes in, but it can be done that way. I'd rather not deal with that, so you can, like one of the other YouTube videos talks about, you can put in a, I believe it's a T50 Torx socket, or I'm sorry, a Torx L wrench, not a socket. You'll never fit a socket up in there, not from Torx anyway. You can do that. I don't have that, and I was having trouble finding a T50 L wrench. So I found this socket. It's an 18 millimeter with a hex head on it that fits right into an 18 millimeter box wrench. So you just put that on there, right like that. Shallow, low profile socket to be able to fit up in there. Pardon me while I move stuff around here. I'll show you what I mean, because this is all you've got to work with, is this tiny little slot to get up at the flex plate. Let me move my light. This is all you got. Now obviously you saw I took the bolts out already, but this socket will fit in there, just barely. It fits up in there, and you can turn it sideways and you can get at the flex plate bolts right there. It's slow, it's tedious, but it does work. And you can only back them out so far until you got to get the wrench off. Otherwise you wind up having clearance issues up there, or up against the rear main area of the engine, because it's real tight, real close tolerances there. So break them loose and then get the wrench off, turn them out a little bit by hand with the socket, and then get the socket off, and you can be able to reach your hand up in there and just get them the rest of the way out by hand. They should spin pretty easily once they're broke loose and turned out part way. And to break them loose, all I did was I put a box wrench on the crank up at the front. You can put a breaker bar on with a socket, but the fan shroud is kind of in the way, so unless you're removing that for some reason, just stick a box wrench in. You can hold it enough with one of your hands, and put the other hand on the wrench for the torque converter bolt. Hope this helps somebody. All right, thank you.